Okie dokie. Hi, it's Ozzy. Um, yeah, that was like a super like preppy intro. When the actual topic I'm gonna be talking about is not as joyful. Okay. My biggest fear is life. Like being a human being is very scary, right? Every experience you go into, every stage of life is like brand new, and like you don't know what you're expect, what's there to expect. And you kind of just have to go through it anyways. So one of the things about life that I don't like is my like not just mine but like general relationships with other people, because people are very contradicting. They say they want one thing and they provide another, or they show you another. And so I say I love making new friends. Yeah, that's not true. I don't like that shit. Okay. Um it's been really hard to make new friends for like a lot of my life. Like I'm a very shy person. Well, I grew up shy, and I'm wherever I am now. I don't know if I'm shy or not, but um, yeah. So it's been pretty hard making friends. It feels like every time I do, I need to be like entertaining enough. I need to be like the perfect friend, and it's just like that feels like a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie. It feels like too much. And it's like, if you're not entertaining enough, they're gonna leave you for someone else, and maybe you introduce them. Me, and a fear that's like occurred based off of like events that I've experienced is I introduce a new friend to another friend, and they like that friend more than me and forget about me, or in some cases start talking shit about me. Absolutely not. Um, so I do notice myself like isolating more because I don't want to risk meeting someone or trying to form a new connection with someone just for them to discard me because of like maybe I'm not funny enough, or like I know I'm funny to the people who take the time to get to know me, but most people don't really care. And it's like I can already tell the energy of certain people, so I already like shut my walls, I can just keep my walls up, and so it makes me look like kind of stupid. But like I've noticed like for some of those friends that I do introduce to other people, it's like everybody wants to be around them. They don't have to do anything. They're not really that fun. Like, not that they're not funny, but it's like they don't really perform for anyone. They don't have to do anything. They could just be sitting down. People are like so drawn to them. People are not like that with me. Certain people are drawn to me, like genuine people, which I shouldn't be complaining about actually. But that's either because they know I'm either gonna say the truth, or I don't really care about what they do with their life, honestly. I'm not gonna judge. Um, but as far as like everybody else, it's like I'm struggling. I feel like the youngest kid fighting for attention. Mind you, I'm the oldest in my family, okay? I still did kind of fight for attention a little bit, maybe. But even like in college, in such a fast paced environment where you're meeting so many people, it feels like I have to fight to be noticed. And it's not just like noticed by professors, noticed by people who can hire you, noticed by other people to be friends with, noticed by, you know, relationship, like guys or whatever. Um, and it's not really a fight that I want to continue anymore. Like, I'm tired of that. I just I just want to be normal. I want to step into a room and people will be drawn to me because they could just tell my aura is just like so great. My aura, I don't know. I don't know what my aura is. In my head, it's humongous. It's like as big as, I don't know, the room I'm in. But it's not really. Like, I do tend to like put myself in a box whenever I'm in spaces I'm not familiar with, which is like me keeping myself safe, obviously. But then it's also restricting the future, like, connections that I could make when I go in certain places. Like, for example, I rarely go to parties, but when I do, I don't really talk to people because I'm scared that they're like looking at me, looking at my homegirls, being like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe being around a lot of guys my whole life has like conditioned me to like hide myself and like cover my face type of like energy, which sounds weird. But it's like I know what it feels like to be disrespected by men in many different ways, and I really don't want to feel that anymore. I don't want to. I really don't. Um, and so that is why I just don't even bother trying to meet new people and like make new friends because I think it's just because I wasn't properly socialized. It might just be that because girls for me, girls my age that I'm surrounded by, most of them, I don't want to be a misogynist. I really don't. I don't want to say anything that's like offensive to anyone. But if you're a girl, if you're around a lot of college age women, you know this. A lot of girls are birds. They just be birding, bro. And I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. I've been a bird before. It's okay. We've all been birds before, but I'm pretty sure everybody thinks I'm weird, but it is what it is. Anyways, um, yeah, so they be burdened and they ask me for my opinion, like, oh my god, this guy hasn't texted me in 5 weeks, but then he wants to come over to fuck. What should I do? Is that a question you should be asking me? Ask your mom. Ask your mom and see what she says. Um, but yeah, so like I'm tired of those type of questions and like those type of conversations. So that's why I don't really like make a lot of female friends. I do have a lot of female, like I have as many female friends right now as I do. Actually, I think more female friends than I do guys. The friendship part, that has been a challenge, right? Because I meet guys, for example, if they're shorter than me, I can't help myself. I'm gonna point it out. I'm, I don't know. I'm like a man hater sometimes. It's kind of bad. I'm also trying to stop that. But I will probably bully you if you're a short man. It's not, I'm really trying, guys. Um, it's like, it's not even their fault, too. Like, I don't even bully them in like a, oh my god, haha, you're so short. It's like, oh, you're so cute. Like, I immediately like infantilize them, and I know they don't like that now. I feel like before I knew, but I didn't care as much. But now I care a little bit more, so I've changed. Um, and then yeah, I do infantilize them, but it's also like putting them in like a don't even bother climbing this tree. You can't do that, okay? Because I've had people talking to me about like, oh, you're 5'11", it's fine, I can climb. You're not. Don't climb this tree. Just don't bother. I'm just gonna let you know when I first meet you by calling you cute or little cutie patootie or like something like that. Anyways, so that's one area where I do like you know my relationship with men. That's kind of how it is, and then we become friends because they're like, okay, well, she wouldn't let me hit, so yeah. But then I'm funny too. Like they think I'm funny. They think I'm funny. That's the crazy thing. They think I'm funny enough to be a homegirl, but they think it's too disrespectful for a relationship. But we'll get into that later. We should probably get into that now since I already did say that. So they think I'm funny, right? That's the short men. My men, my height and above, different category actually. Actually no, my height to like 6'2". Those men, that's what you would expect me to be around more, right? Like talking to or like something like that. Those men despise me because you're not that tall that I would be like shy around you, like other girls would be. You're my height, basically. Eye level, in my opinion. But so because of that, I'll treat you like you're a regular person because you are a regular person. And they don't like that. They feel like I'm not giving them the eye service that all the 5'2" girls are giving them. And so it's like I'm being disrespectful and rude. How am I being disrespectful? I didn't call you cutie patootie. I didn't do nothing to you. I just had a conversation with you like you're a regular person because that's who you are. So yeah, 5'10" to 6'2", they don't like me, bro. They don't like me. Maybe it's because I could also reach their shoulders or like their head or like I don't know. I really don't know. And then 6'3" and above, they're chilled. My husband is in that range. Um, no plans to get married anytime soon, but yeah. Um, and those ones are like the best people to be friends with. But like anybody in any of these like high categories could fit into like the 6'3" and above level. But it's like I'm just generalizing here, okay? So I divided them in my head because like that's what I see happening most often. But I mean, it's like interchangeable. It's like a personality thing, kind of like zodiac signs, but like not really. You know what I mean? Like how people like attribute certain character traits to like zodiac signs when it's like anybody could have those traits. That's basically what it is with the height thing. Okay, it's like energies. Like you have 6'3" and above energy, 6'2" to 5'11" energy, and then 5'11", 5'10" and below energy, basically. Okay, so the 6'3" and above energy is men who understand that they are men, right? I don't want to be one of those people, but it's like they understand like their sociological aspect, and they understand that the power that they have physically and like socially, they understand the repercussions of certain things. They're educated men, 6'3" and above. Those ones I have the best relationships with them because they they treat me like a girl, like not in a bad way. Like they don't put too much on me. They do take care of me like they're supposed, like not supposed to, but like so they would. And then they also are honest with me because like we're still people. Like they just treat me like a regular person. Like how I imagine a 5'2" girl is being treated. Like nobody's gonna give me uppies or nothing. But but I'm just like allowed. I'm given femininity by those people. Like I'm allowed to be feminine. I'm allowed to be myself. Um, I'm allowed to need help and ask for help. But I feel like around other ranges, especially like the 5'10", 5'11" and below, they feel like because I'm tall or like because I'm confident or whatever, and I'm kind of stronger. I'm not like super skinny or anything. They feel like I should be the one taking up that dominating like role in life, which is like in certain aspects I don't really care, but it's like when I notice that there's a difference in how you're treating someone who's shorter and how you're treating someone like who's like my height, then or like someone who's dark skin and tall is like the same category for me because I'm both. Um, when I notice the difference in like the way people are being treated, that's when I'm like, cut that shit out. I don't like that. Um, and that's what most men don't like because I will call it out. I don't care. Like I know you already don't like me. Just vote. Like just vote. But anyways, what was I talking about? Being replaced. Oh yeah, so that's my issue with men. Another issue with men is in all of these categories, specifically the 6'2" and below of everything. Sometimes they like they enjoy being like that's the thing, guys. That's the issue. I want to stop bullying men, but they don't let me. They really don't. But it's like men just like to be belittled, bro. Like I can't help it, and I'm someone who's providing a service. Basically, like they want that. I'm providing it. I'm not getting paid yet, but shit. um, but yeah, that's literally what they want, though. And then it's usually those type of people who end up liking me, but not wanting to say anything because they're still trying to protect their masculinity and stuff. But it's like, baby, why are you here? Yeah, I'm scared of like being replaced by AI, replaced by light skins, 5'2" petite women, big butts, loose curly hair. What else? I don't know. I'm just listing things now. Um, but yeah, it feels like I wrote something. I was like, it feels like every friendship I ever thought was important and life changing has either disappeared or dissolved. I should have worn my glasses. I can't really see this. No one cares about me long enough. That's so sad. Dang. Some people do. My mom, my dad, my friend number one, my friend number two, friend number three, friend number four. Let me just stop with that. Um, I used to have friend number five, but I don't think he ever really gave a fuck. So that's fine. But yeah, I was like, no one cares about me long enough, and I understand that people lie. And okay, I really need my glasses now. I can't see what I'm doing. So whatever, I can't find the glasses. Um, yeah, and I understand that people in life. Okay, let me read that again. I didn't write that properly. I was probably falling asleep when I wrote it. I understand that in life, people move on and explore new connections and new places, but I always find myself obsessing over loving people that temporarily care. If love and empathy for my community is the only reason why I haven't, okay, never mind. It starts getting depressing then. Let me stop that. Yeah, so my upbringing kind of taught me to give everyone, respect and to love everyone, and Christian upbringing. My parents, good job, mom and dad. But yeah, so I was kind of like raised also, just like my personal stuff, like my personal values, to treat everyone like they're basically on the verge of the 13th reason. Um, and that's helped me to like be able to be more empathetic towards people, but I fear most people were not given that lesson on how to be kind. So I feel like I'm pouring too much of myself to the community that doesn't really pour into me. Anyways, that's a wrap. Okie dokie. Bye, Tozy.